So we are recording the session. If you are not comfortable with the recording, you can kindly exit the meeting. So by way of introduction, social media management is the process of creating, scheduling, and publishing content on social media platforms with the goal of achieving specific business objectives, and underline the word business objective. It involves developing a social media strategy, creating engaging contents, analyzing social media analytics, and managing social media communities. So it involves, as you can see, a lot of things like creating, scheduling, and publishing content on social media platforms, developing social media strategy, creating engaging contents, analyzing social media analytics, and managing social media communities. And we are going to go through all these one after the other in the course of this presentation. So social media management is an important part of any digital marketing strategy, as it allows businesses to connect with their target audience and build relationships with them. Social media can also be used to drive traffic to websites, generate leads, and increase sales. So when we say social media management, basically we are talking about improving your own business, but in this context, improving the business of your clients. That's the people who want you to manage their social media accounts. So you are basically trying to improve their online presence. That is basically what you are doing as a social media manager. So we are going to see some key tasks of social media managers. So some of the key tasks involved in social media management are developing a social media strategy. And developing a social media strategy here means getting involved in defining the business goals of the organization for social media, identifying your target audience, and choosing the right social media platforms to use. So when you want to start selling your product or whatever it is that you want the attention of the public to be drawn to, you have to be strategic. And that is what we mean by developing strategy. How do you develop strategy, or how do you strategize is, first, you try to identify where your target audience are there, where they are. So for example, if you are into fashion, beauty, and things related to that, then I think Instagram is where you are most likely to get your clients there. So people on Instagram are most likely to be there. So you can target Instagram. If it is politics, for example, of course, you can do social media management for politicians, but that doesn't mean you do Sojambaka or you do it on social media as we know it, where somebody will just buy smartphone for you and give you some money to buy data, and that's it. And then you go online and you start abusing everybody just because somebody bought you a phone. I don't mean that. Social media management for politicians can be highly strategic. You can identify the audience of the person whose social media handle you are managing, and then you can target the time they are mostly online and the demography, where the politician came from, who are the people, the location, the demography in terms of age of the people that you are targeting, in many cases, the young people, and things like that. So you can do that. So, and of course, you can go to, if maybe what you are trying to advertise is maybe intellectual property or things like that, then maybe Twitter is the right place, or some government organizations prefer Twitter and Facebook. So it depends on what you are selling. And by selling, I don't mean you have to have physical commodities or tangible commodity. You can sell an idea, you can sell anything. So identifying the right social media platform for your own franchise is part of the strategy. Then the next thing is creating an engaging content. And so your social media content should be very informative, entertaining, and relevant to your target audience. It should also be visually appealing and optimized for each social media platform. When we come to some of the tools that you use to create content, you will see what I mean here. But social media management, it involves creating engaging content. So how you present the content is important in drawing people to your page. And I would cite an example when the time comes, but just a way of example. How we came about this very training is also related. It can be related to how you create an engaging content. You know, I told people that I'm making money out of social media management, and then everybody wants to learn social media management. So if I hadn't been creative in that particular post, most people wouldn't have paid attention and you wouldn't have been here. So it's also important. Then another critical, and I call it critical because I know it is the heartbeat of social media management, is scheduling and publishing content. You can use social media management tools to schedule and publish your content in advance, which saves time and helps you to be more consistent with your social media presence. So I will also introduce some of the tools that you can use to schedule. But scheduling is really important and very critical as far as social media management is concerned, because you might have a client who has like posts to be made every hour. So every hour they want you to create a post and post it or publish it on their social media platform. So you don't have to hook up to your device and be posting every hour. There are scheduling apps that you can use, schedule your platform post, and it can be scheduled across social media channels. So you can schedule on one platform, and then you can schedule on, let's say, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So when the time comes, it will automatically be published without having you there to publish it yourself. So scheduling is very important. But I must also emphasize that one has to be highly disciplined in terms of scheduling, because it takes a lot of time. So some people might find it boring, or it might even turn some people off as far as social media management is concerned. Then analyzing social media analytics is also part of social media management. So social media analytics can help you to track your progress and see what is working well and what is not. So you can use this data to improve your social media strategy and content over time. So in a situation whereby these social media platforms have what they call insight, especially the professional and the business modes, they have what they call insight. So in terms of the insight, they tell you your performance over a particular period of time, and you can customize that. You can ask them to show you how good you have been over the week, or over 2 weeks, or 1 month, or 3 months. So it will show you how engaging your post is, how many people engage with it, what were the demography, which part of the world they are, what age bracket they are, and things like that. And then from there, it will help you to have insight on what you need to do right and what you need to improve on. So analyzing social media analytics is also very important and very key as far as social media management is concerned. And then there is the issue of managing social media communities. And this also is very key because it involves responding to comments and questions, engaging with followers, and participating in relevant conversations. So when you do social media management, part of your responsibility is responding to the people. So when you schedule or when you publish a post and people come and comment, then it is your responsibility as a social media manager to attend to these people, respond to their questions or inquiries or whatever. So it's very important to be, and that is why when you come to package your social media management, you can package it in such a way that you can only post for your clients, or you can just create content for them and allow them to post it, or you can post and engage. And each package will have its naturally will have its own pay rate. So this is also another key task of the social media management. So by and large, effective social media management takes time and effort, but it can be a very rewarding investment for business of all sizes. So basically, I focus my talking, or I focus this presentation on where you do social media management for other people. But remember, this knowledge you are gaining, you can use it to also sell your own product. So it's also important to do that. But like I said, it can be very rewarding, even though it takes time and it takes effort. Sometimes you can spend 2 hours scheduling posts. Sometimes you can spend 3 hours creating content to the satisfaction of your audience. And also, there are different formats for different social media platforms. So the format you use for, let's say, Instagram is different from the one you use for Facebook, especially when you are dealing with graphic content. So that is also important. And so social media management requires a combination of skills, strategies, and resources. And I will try to outline some key requirements for successful social media management, if you bear with me. So these are some of the successful requirements that are needed for social media management. So number one, there is clear strategy and goals. And by this, what I mean is that you have to define clear, measurable objectives and well-defined or well-structured strategy that aligns with your overall business or personal goals. So whether it is a brand awareness, lead generation, or customer engagement, or even something else, having a clear direction is very, very important. So for example, if you are selling something, you have to understand, and this is what we mean by clear direction here. You have to understand what are your target or potential customers. What are the things that you should focus on when selling your product and things like that. And of course, the next aspect is the target audience, which is also important. And by target audience, I mean understanding your target audience demography, interest, and behavior is very important, because this knowledge will help you to tailor your content and engagement strategies to be more effective. So for example, I will cite example with Gatmins. I don't know whether Mariam Gatawa is here or not. Mariam Gatawa is one of the people who exploited their social media presence to market their product and to become entrepreneurs. So
yes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Mariam. So Mariam, having realized the power of social media and with, of course, the knowledge that we all get from, may his soul rest in peace, Professor Ali Muhammad Garba. So she used social media, her social media presence, to create a business. But when she's creating that business, she has full understanding of the people that she engaged with in social media. So instead of selling maybe clothing or something like that, she ventured into food processing. And I must say, she has been very successful in that. So this is part of understanding your target audience. And the next thing is content creation. So developing high quality, relevant, and engaging content that resonates, underline the word, with your audience. This includes texts, images, videos, and other multimedia elements. Content should be consistent with your brand's voice and values. So, and that is where the other aspect of social media management comes in. So apart from publishing the content, creating that content is very important. Of course, if it is your own business, branding is very important. Even if it is not your own business, if you are working for a client, you have to identify their brand, and your content will always align with the brand of your clients. And you must know the right tools to create these contents. I will highlight some of these tools in the course of this presentation. And another important thing which a good social media manager should use is content calendar. Try to create content calendar to plan when and what to post, and consistency in posting is essential for building and maintaining your audience. So there are so many calendars that you can find online. Some they even use images. So you have to have your calendar, know what you are posting, when and at what time. So when you have this calendar, the next thing is to create the content you are going to post. After creating the content, then you go to the scheduling apps, and then you schedule your content. So calendar is very important, and that is why you must be very disciplined to be a social media manager. I'm sorry to say, when I said I'm earning money, people think I'm just scrolling my phone, like I said. But I said, even in my post, I said it's not as easy as it sounds, because I know it involves a lot of things. So if you do social media management, on average, you should be spending about 3 to 4 hours a day trying to create content and schedule them and things like that. And you need to have total concentration, because creativity is part of social media management. Then we have community engagement, and this requires active engagement. It requires you to actively engage with the audience by responding to their comments, messages, and mentions. So when they comment, you respond. When they message you, you respond, and you respond promptly. And when they mention you in their own product, you go there and you make comment. It has advantage. The algorithm helps to drag people to your own page as well. Also, encourage discussions, answer questions, and address concerns promptly. So whenever audience raise concern, try as much as you can to address these concerns. If you post something that does not align with your audience, you either delete it, or you explain what you mean, or you modify it. But always your audience should have utmost should be of utmost priority to you. It's really really important in this regard. And next thing also regarding the successful social media management is platform selection. Like I said earlier, you should identify which platform serves the purpose of what you are going to do. So if you are selling something, whatever it is, try to identify what platform is your target audience. Your target audience are concentrated there. Then focus your effort on the platform and make sure that you get as many audience as you can. And also, analytics and data analysis is very important. Like I have highlighted earlier, all the social media platforms have analytics. So this analytics will help you to understand how you are faring as far as your engagement with your audience is concerned. So always monitor and analyze social media metrics to evaluate the success of your effort. This includes tracking engagement, reach, click-through rate, and conversations. So use this data to refine your strategy. So if you advertise a product and it doesn't have engagement, try to look at it. What is wrong? Maybe it is the video format or the picture format you use. Maybe you are using the format for Facebook, for Twitter, then definitely, or for Instagram, then definitely the engagement is going to be down, because all these social media companies use these algorithms to feature prominently whatever it is you are posting. And also, so the next thing is social listening. So monitor social media for mentions of your brand or relevant industry keywords. This allows you to stay aware of trends, customer sentiment, and potential opportunities. And there are specific websites and apps that you can go and search for what is trending. So if what you are advertising is trending in a particular area or is gaining particular mention, then you go there, post your franchise, and use the key terms that are being used so that you can also gain from that momentum, and then you can drag some clients to your own social media management. Also, you can consider paid advertisements. So some people, when you are managing social media pages, some people might likely contact you for advertisement. And of course, we are going to talk about the ads as well. So this is another thing. Also, you have to plan for crisis management. Develop a plan for handling negative feedback, crisis, and emergencies on social media, because it is surely going to happen. So quick, empathic responses can mitigate damage. So whenever you make a post, and by one reason or another, or due to one reason or another, it becomes controversial, be very prompt in responding and managing this crisis, because one mistake can destroy your reputation, and you wouldn't want that. So it's really important to be ready for crisis management. Then there's issue of compliance and legal awareness, especially when you are dealing with products and companies. You must understand and be aware and adhere to the relevant regulation and guidelines related to social media use, especially if you are in a regulated industry. So there are some sectors that you must be very conversant with the laws. I'm sure Mariam will tell you how she had sweated before she could get registered with the relevant agencies, because she's producing food, and food items need to be certified before you start selling it. So the same thing applies. So when you are selling product on social media, make sure that you adhere to the legal terms or to the regulations as far as the legality of the thing is concerned. Then, of course, there is team and resources. Make sure you have a capable and well-resourced social media team or access to the necessary tools and resources. So this includes content creators, designers, and social media management tools. Now, I've been talking about social media management as if it's something you do alone. Of course, you can do it alone. If you can learn how to develop content, you can learn how to schedule content, and you can learn how to manage, publish, post, and you can do that by yourself. But many social media, I have seen somebody saying they want to be social media, they want to establish a social media management firm. So if you are planning on establishing social media management firm, then you need a team. You need people who will do content creation for you. You need people who will do designs for you, graphic designs for you, and you need people who will monitor what is happening. Although you all have tools to do that, but if you are going big, then you need a team so that you can have division of labor, because sometimes the task can be overwhelming. And of course, I talk about trend awareness. So you have to stay up to date with current social media trends and changes in algorithm. And this will help you to adapt your strategy to capitalize on emerging opportunities. Now, if you remember when Meta introduced Thread, many people moved to Thread, myself included, but many people are not there now. But if you look at the famous people, the celebrities, think about the Mufti Mengs, think about people like that. They are still there. They have been verified, and they have taken all their audience there because it is a trend. And when you ride on a trend, then you get more social media followership. And social media followership is a social capital, especially for agencies and things like that. So adaptability is another key requirement as far as social media is concerned. You must be flexible and open to adjusting your strategies as needed. Social media is very dynamic, and what works today may not work tomorrow. Other things to go. So you can be posting something regularly, and because it is trending, so for example, now most of the attention is on Gaza, the Palestine. So you will see some people are riding on this, and once the momentum changes, they also move to another momentum. If you remember last year by this time, everybody was talking about Ukraine. Now nobody is talking about Ukraine. So social media management involves adaptability. You have to learn to adapt and to change as the change occur. And also other things to consider are measurement and reporting, where you regularly evaluate your performance against your goals, share insight and reports with the relevant stakeholders you are working with to demonstrate the value of your social media. In decreasing the followership, then you know something is wrong, and you need to, as quickly as possible, re-strategize. And also ethical conduct. Maintain high ethical standard in your interaction on social media. Respect user privacy and adhere to ethical guidelines in your industry. One of the things I have noticed with that, especially Arewa social media, is that many people do not adhere to this. So you will see somebody, they will go online, copy somebody's post, especially if you are conversant with Instagram, download somebody's video from WhatsApp or somebody or somewhere else, come to Instagram, post it and pretend as if it is yours, while it is not. And that is detrimental. And if the person sues you, you can be in big mess. So in a nutshell, social media management combines all these elements to create a cohesive and effective online presence that aligns with your goals and resonates with your audience. Social media management tools is the next thing we are going to talk about. That is the tools that you can use to do some of the things. Like I said, you can use the tools, or you can work as a team where you have people that can use these tools, or whatever that works for them to make things right. So the right tools for social media manager can vary depending on the specific needs of the business and the social media platforms they are using. However, there are some essential tools that all social media managers should have in their in their arsenal, if you like, so that they can use these social media tools in order to make life easy for themselves. So we have social media tools. These ones are for scheduling. So for scheduling, we have Buffer, we have Hootsuite, we have Sprout Social, we have Social Pilot. and we have Crowdfire. So this social media scheduling, analytics and tools, they allow you as a social media manager to save time and be more efficient by scheduling posts in advance. And you can also track your own performance. So that is the importance of these tools. So each one of these, you can use it to schedule posts. And like I said, you can schedule the posts across platforms. So for example, if you have a content to share on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, then you can go to one of these apps, schedule the post. So you can schedule for like 10 days ahead. And that is what some people call putting your business on autopilot. So you schedule your post for like 10 days, and then you go about doing other businesses while the apps or the tools do the publishing of the post for you. So and also you should note that most of the social media platforms have their own scheduling system. So for example, for Meta, they have Meta Business Suite, where you can schedule on Facebook, on Instagram, on Thread, and on WhatsApp. So you can use this. Unfortunately, sometimes for the media suite, for the Meta Business Suite, sometimes you can have some issues with the algorithm and you might end up not succeeding. But even when you have a page, if you look at page, you can see there are places that you can schedule posts. However, the problem with scheduling directly from the social media app is sometimes they tend to restrict you. When they see a high rise of activity over a particular time, they can easily block you, or they can lower your reach. And as a social media manager, you wouldn't want that to happen to you. So it's important to use these apps. Thank you so much, and sorry for the pitch. So my computer unfortunately had an issue, so I was just kicked out of the meeting and I had to try again to get back. So I will continue from we'll round up in good time. Social media tools that you can use for content creation and content editing. We have Canva, we have Adobe Creative Cloud Express, we have Snapseed, and we have InShot. And believe me, there are many more of these kinds of apps that you can use. Some are others you have to buy, but one important thing is that even if you buy, it's not going to be a waste, because you will learn and it will help you in social media management. So this visual content tools, they are very essential, because generally visual content is essential for engaging. There are some of the things that when you write, they don't get attraction when compared to, say, maybe you post a picture and then you write something. And that's why you see some people are using this strategy, because it gets you Can you hear me? Please, can somebody confirm that you can hear me?
Yeah, but you were unaudible for a while.
Okay. So but did you hear my explanation on this? The video, image, and video editing apps?
Yeah, I think, yeah, we did.
All right, thank you. Maybe, yeah, I muted myself. So yeah, so in terms of art, so you have all these art manager, which are by these social media platforms, and you can use them to advertise. And the one good thing about advertisement is that it gets to the audience that don't necessarily follow you. That is why sometimes when you open your Facebook page, you see posts from, you can see posts from pages, for example, or people, individuals that you are not following. And that is because they use social media ads manager to advertise. Of course, you have to pay to do that, but it gets more rich for you. And you can select the specific type of audience that you want to reach before you schedule your post, and it goes directly to these people in terms of their age, in terms of their location, in terms of the time they are mostly available, and all these kind of things. So it's really important to do to also explore these tags, and also we have social media collaboration tools, and on this one we have Slack, Trello, Asana. These collaboration tools, you need them to team managers, and collaboration tools can help you to streamline the remote work is now the new world order. People usually stay at home and they work and they make money. So how do you work as a team? You need these collaboration tools to use that. And I would like you to note that these are just few of the many tools that social media managers can use to be more effective in their own jobs. The best tools for a social media manager would depend on their specific need and the social media platform they are using. So this in a nutshell is what my presentation. If I say this is more or less a basic training, because all of the tools that we have mentioned here, you can learn to use them. But because the training is supposed to last for 1 hour, that is why we cannot go deep into that. But hopefully, some other time we will delve into these tools and see how they work, from the image and video editing tools to the scheduling and to the art and all these tools. So, but for now, that is the end